Health was a course. You were graded, but it was an unusual course. It consisted of two parts. One was a test, passed out the sheet with questions on it, and you had to answer the questions and pass the test. I still remember some of the questions, all on the subject of health. Do you sleep by an open window? I put yes, because the window was broken, that counts. Yeah. Did you eat 2 fruits every day? Well, if you count beans, if you count beans. Do you eat 3 green leafy vegetables every day? I didn't know there were 3. I mean, turnip greens and what else? It's a tough test. Do you drink 3 glasses of milk a day? No. We had 1 little Jersey cow. There were 7 in the family. Did I drink 3 glasses? No. Jersey cow doesn't give much milk. If you want a lot of milk, get a Holstein. A Holstein cow, you can get a 5-gallon bucket and put a dime in it, and then milk all that cow will give, and you can still tell if the dime is heads or tails. It's a lot of it, but it's pretty thin. A Jersey cow, you get a 5-gallon bucket, put a dime in there, and milk all the cow has to give, and it won't cover the dime. But it's good milk. But I didn't have 3 glasses. Do you brush your teeth twice a day? And then in parentheses, 32 strokes with each tooth. Now, how can you pass that? 32 strokes with each tooth. Number one, I don't do tooth at a time. I do kind of swipes, you know, but 32, no. I did poorly on the test, principally on that tooth thing because we didn't have toothbrushes at home. We made toothbrushes. Cut about a 6-inch twig, still kind of green or limber, peel it, and then take a knife and cut the end of it and then mash it until it gets a kind of a fiber-like quality. And then put some soda, baking soda and salt in your hand and mix it up, and then rub that stick in there and do your teeth. But I'm not doing 32 on each tooth. It'd take about 9 of my brushes to do that. The second part of the class was physical exam. The county school nurse would come and examine you for your health. You could flunk health. Now, I don't know what you've heard, but I want to say it publicly and I want it to be clear. I never had head lice. People had lice, and she checked for lice. But what made it so painful is here are 30 kids in the class, and she checks about 5 of us. 5 boys sitting at the back have their head examined. And she's picking around for lice. What about all those girls? What about those town boys? She never did it for them. She said, I'm just doing a sample check. But it's always the same. And I was one of those. And it implied, you see, that I had lice. When you go back to the same ones all the time and don't do the others, you know what you're saying. These kids have lice. I did not have lice. She checked our ears. And she'd talk out loud. She'd grab that ear, grab my left ear and said, your left ear is dirty. Didn't you wash your left ear? And I said, no, ma'am, I'm right-handed. She wasn't pleased. Look at your neck, and she checked the elbows. If your elbows are dirty, she said, your elbows are dirty. I said, the water wasn't deep enough. I washed out of a little pan. I couldn't get to the elbows. Not a good answer. It was embarrassing. The teeth were checked. I had bad teeth. But all that passed it, the health test, got a blue ribbon. You wear that blue ribbon on your sweater, your jacket, and at the spring of the year, there was the blue ribbon parade. And all the healthy kids that went to the dentist and had toothbrushes, and their left ears were clear and everything, they marched. The town gathered on the sides, the sidewalk. There were drummers, their band, the whole band went along and honoring the blue ribbon children. It was a wonderful thing. Look how healthy they are. And standing over on the side were the sickies like me. I concluded that that was a conspiracy. It's as old as dictatorship. What you do is you weed out the weak ones. You toss the sick ones. And then the healthy ones go. It's been used by dictators the world over. I was onto it quite early. School was an embarrassment. I never was in the blue, well, once I found somebody's blue ribbon out on the playground and wiped the dirt off of it and put it on, but I didn't get to the parade because whoever lost it wanted it back. And my mother, who was all hung up on religion, said I should give it back. And I gave it back. Missed the parade just a little bit. What a terrible experience. Even when I think back on it now, there's a kind of a put down in it. For some of us, that health course, I think they quit it. I don't know why. But it leads me to say to you, don't ever put anybody down, in or out of class, young or old. You don't want to ever do that. The only thing some people have left is their pride. And even if you're giving them a nice gift, do it in such a way that you lay it gently on their pride. Otherwise, it's hurtful. Even a gift is hurtful.